Yeah, so there are some really fun and exciting news because I've been struggling with some fonts in the game. Like everything was pretty horrible, and I was not be able to read all the text in the screen because it was like pixelated as we rendered the game in 640 by 480, I think, and all the fonts, they're like super tiny, and I mean like the pixels themselves, right? They just like scaled up to my like 2000 something 100, so you can imagine how bad it looked. And I started googling basically for the best solution because AI was like super dumb. He just tried to increase the font size, and what we get in the end, they like pixelated fonts were like even more horrible looking on the screen. So that was interesting that the approach it took. I actually can show you. I think it should be there on the scene. Or maybe not. Maybe we cannot see it in the editor here. No, we will not be able to see it there, but I'll explain how it works now. So basically, instead of rendering the game in 640 by 480 and have like all the fonts really tiny, we render the game in 1900, like 1980 by 1444, something like that. So basically like normal screen size, and then all the fonts, they displayed correctly. They all look nice, all like UI elements looks nice, and only the actual gameplay here is rendered at 640 by 480. So then we like preserve the pixel art style that we need. And yeah, now we can like zoom out, zoom in, all works pretty cool. Can like look around through the card, through the map. And the menus, that's basically the thing I wanted to fix in the beginning. They look more proper. The text are much better readable. Now they like way too tiny, but that should be easy to fix, and that's not a problem really. I'll adjust it later a little bit more because now I have like hard time to read them, but at least they are the proper resolution. And as you can see, we got tiles yesterday or like not tiles, but icons for all the buildings. They do not relate to what we actually build because the actual tiles that we build in are completely different. It's fine again, like just some dummy icons here. Furniture the same, we got icons for the furniture. It's not what we see here, but again, who cares, right? And yeah, the new thing which we did yesterday, just a like quick recap from the yesterday, we created the selection system for all the items. So when I click, oh, you actually don't see it. Hold on, let me move my camera down there, right? Or actually down there. Here we go. So now, just quickly, yeah. Now when I click on the item, you see the item gets selected. I'll zoom in a little bit. Item gets selected, and here on top of the screen, we get the information about the item. And I don't think you can read it really, but it says the wooden chest for storing items. Place 2+ in the room to create a storage room. That's what I was describing yesterday, how the rooms are working. It has the state, it has HP. Why? Because everything will be destructible later. It describes the room that is in a storage room in a certain size. And then we got the workbench, for example, and there is also like a sneak peek of what we did yesterday that you see. It says unassigned. So basically right now it's a workbench and a person working on a workbench. It says worker wasteland scout, so that guy, and he does not get an overlay when I'm selecting him, but you could see there are stats of the guy. Combat 6, Engineering 1, Farm 1, and the test human, Combat 5, Engineering 2, Farm 3. So basically now everything is selectable, even though not everything is highlightable. So the doors, the walls, the floors, the items, the racks, bed, here the workbench, and we can unassign and reassign workers. So you see like it's unassigned right now. I can like assign worker, test human assigned, state operating. So later, that's what we're gonna do today. We are going to produce some materials in here on the workbench basically, or on the other items. Not on workbench, I think we'll be doing it in a campfire, because the campfire will be our like minimum viable working station. So you can like cook on a campfire, right? So I'll be cooking here. But it's pretty cool that this many works that we can actually demolish from here as well. We can also just pick an item, click X, it will demolish the item. We can put it back. Let's put 2 chests back here. Storage chest, we put it back there. Let's put 3 chests and we right click, so deselected. Pretty neat. So, new game to actually test it. They start walking! Look at that! Oh my goodness! Okay, hold on. I will unassign both workers. I think that might be broken. Oh, one worker disappeared. What? Where did it go? Where did my worker go? Oh, it's in the house. That's super cool. Hello, meow. All right, so if we assign a worker to the building, that's supposed to go there, right? She's supposed to go there. Nah, she's just wandering around. Okay. I assigned my worker to a building, or to the sorry, was that to the furniture? The walkthrough walls. To the furniture, and it did not go to it. I think it's supposed to go there already, but right now they just wandering around the campfire. Yeah, they're walking through the walls because in the game right now, doors considered open, even if you see them close. But they are open, just trust me. Okay, assign that guy. He might or might not walk to the building. And the second issue is we do not respect furniture boundaries. So my character stays inside the furniture when it's assigned to it. So we probably should have like collision boxes for everything implemented, for the walls, for the furniture, for the doors, etc. There is no collision boxes right now. It's, you know, it's a fake. Everything is fake, right? So assign worker. Look at that! Man, I actually like it. It's like, okay, I'm going to work there. Assign a worker. Good job, man. That's impressive. That's the game for you. That's AI working. A star grid 2D. So I guess, yeah, what I can guess from the name. Implementation of A star for finding the shortest bound between 2 points in a partial 2D grid. Yeah. And so basically on the floor we will have A star grid instead of the normal grid. And if you're curious what is A star, this is like a very basic pathfinding algorithm that used in the games like most often. So it goes through the binary tree and it checks the branches, right? And basically goes to the next branch, checks all around. If the path is shorter, then to the point, then the one like straight ahead or wherever, then it takes this path, and then like it kind of like does. I think it's described here in the best way on the picture. So we have the target over here, we have the starting point over here, and then it researches, like you see, all the paths around. Like, if I step in that way, did I get closer? No, it has like obstacles or something like that. Yeah, like there is an obstacle, right? And basically, as you can see, it calculated that these three are closer to the path than these are, so we like reject them immediately. Then we step from each of those three next, right? And we say like, okay, these two are farther than these two, so we go one of those, and then keep going basically until we get to the place. And for the obstacle, we know that there is an obstacle, we don't check that path forward. And this one is like advanced enough to go through mazes even, which is pretty neat. At some point in life, me and Alex implemented this algorithm ourselves manually on Java, because, well, apparently back then there was not much open source stuff. But here, yeah, we would use A-star grid 2D instead of navigation server 2D for this grid-based game. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Like, you know, these memes about typical code review from developers. Like, you change 2 lines and you get like 50 comments. You change 10,000 lines and you get like, looks good to me, LGTM. Okay. Oh, it's getting bigger. It's cleaning up more things. What grid only? What is word space? Yeah, I know that's true. That's how our brain is set up. Like today, I made a pull request about 6,000 lines of code. I'll not even assign anyone. I know that nobody will really review it, so I'll just merge it. badass style. QAs can check it that everything works. Yeah, I reviewed code with AI. It's fine. It's solid. Are the doors broken now? It feels like the doors are broken. We don't have rooms, which is okay, fine. Assign a worker. Yeah, look at this. Okay, she's working towards. Where's she going? Where is she going? At least she is going around the walls. And this guy. Oh my god. We can also, for debug purposes, we can draw the paths they're taking. I don't know why they have decided to choose that path, but yeah. Closed doors are marked as solid to the pathfinding grid, so A-star never routes characters through them. But doors are supposed to open automatically when characters approach, so they should always be passable. The fixed straightforward doors should always be walkable in a pathfinding grid, since character triggers them to open approach. Okay. Update. Okay. Well, it does not. Yeah, 5 minutes algorithm. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking about as well. Have you noticed that there are 2 recipes? The 2 new recipes that appeared here? We will need to fix UI because to test that approach with removed doors, so doors does not affect pathfinding. The characters walk around the walls, but they came up from inside the building, and now even though there was like a clear path towards each of the workstations, they came out of the building, and they staying outside of the building behind the wall next to the workstation. I mean, we can actually just teleport them here, honestly. Since we cannot control characters in a game, in this like base building phase, right? We only assign them or reassign them. It doesn't really matter when they walk towards the place, but it'll be nice, right? When like wander around and doing the things, wherever. Yeah, so we assign worker there. Yeah, you see that guy? He actually walks correctly with like avoiding all the doors. You go cook. Still need one cooking food, and this one I think is selected lower than the workbench. Yeah, nah, I don't know actually. I don't know what it decided like to be. Maybe it has to be like underneath the workbench, but then we need to like take it into account, because right now the workbench it takes this 2 sprites, right? Yeah, maybe they cannot walk there. Maybe that's why actually. You're right. Let's see. Furniture. Let's put a workbench like that, right? Let's assign a worker there. That might be true. Look at this! What? Mathematical. Okay, I think you were right. Find adjacent walkable. So yes, so I think the current workbenches, for example, they probably have one position defined from which worker can walk, like underneath the bench. And if that position was occupied by the wall, they cannot walk there, and that's why it gets stuck, right? And we either define multiple positions from which they can walk on the station, and then we try pathfinding to those positions, right? Is that what you did? Yeah, furniture cells are solid in A-star grid, so when the characters try to pathfind to workbench, it could stand outwards in the rings, so it could land on the other side of the wall. Now go to assign building, explicitly finds the walkable cell adjacent to the building's footprint, picking the one closest to the character by Manhattan distance, whatever it means. Ensure the target is always reachable on the correct side. Yeah. So Yulia was right. You even smarter than AI. You gave me the answer quicker. Good girl. Okay, let's stop this one. Let's restart it. Oh, we might lose the state because it saves only like every 5 minutes. Let's unassign that guy. Let's put some doors. Now the doors should work. Double door, double door. Let's assign guy here. Now the moment of truth. The moment of truth. The moment of truth. Look, he's walking towards this workstation. This is some badass AI working here. Look at that. Op! Op! He is fucking smart. Look at that guy. He is so confident. Yeah, indeed. He just knows where's he going. Like, done. Done. Quit the game, quit, restart it. Again. Continue. So yeah, now that's better. That selection is much better. Ooh, you see? Oh, nice. So, and now what? And now what? Okay, I have selected that I need to build 5 items using plus and minus buttons, and it does not start anything in the stream. I would consider everything done. We have pretty good job here done today, working like assignment system, party management, they walking through the doors, right? And we like produce shit here, so that's really neat. We can stop for today. Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining again.